in your narrative, even in the first person, negative energy isn't waiting in reserve to attack you. The monster or the demon isn't waiting behind a bush for you to come by for it to attack you. Sometimes it's just right out in the open with his hands up, like, yo, I'm right here in the middle of the street. What you gonna do? So in every, especially in relationships, just know that the energy that can sabotage your relationships isn't necessarily hiding from you. It can be in plain sight. And in being plain sight, it's just as easy as taking care of yourself. When you take good care of yourself, that care shows in plain sight. The same thing with sabotage and people that want to destroy who you are. That sabotage is being taken care of every single day. This thing is sabotaging someone's life. It's going in to the roots and it's ripping it out and it's tearing these people apart. And in that care of doing so, it also operates in plain sight. It's not. It's almost an intuitive stare that catches you. Like you're walking towards a person, and it's like you can feel in your spirit it's not there. That's what it is. Like this person that's giving you this bad vibes. It's just a body that's built on destroying female after female after female. And you can see almost the claw marks in this person's spirit of these women's hands trying to pull them back to him, and he keeps escaping from them. Oh, that drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. I have to go make an appointment. I need to talk to my doctor about some stuff to get some stuff squared away. After Christmas is over. After Christmas is over. What plans do I have for 20? Can I sum up 2021? Is it sum upable? 2021 started very poor for me. I'm trying to sum it up. Excuse me. I was poor for the first 2 weeks. Then I found out that I couldn't collect regular unemployment anymore. That I can only and I was waiting for a hearing to collect my regular state unemployment. And a chance phone call told me that I should apply for PUA, and I ended up getting the PUA, and I collected that from mid-January all the way to July. And in July, there was this mandate from the federal government that you have to submit documentation that you were employed in 2020 or they would take away your benefits. Now, mind you, I saw the letter, I heard about the deadline, but I was so wrapped up in what I was doing, I forgot to submit it. And they had cut off my benefits from, let's see, when they cut off my benefits. I didn't receive benefits, and the benefits stopped on September 4th from July 7th all the way to September 4th. So that would be 2 months. What was it? 2 months of benefit. 10 weeks of benefits they were withholding from me till I got a hearing from them. And I literally didn't get the hearing till, let's see, I think the November 4th. So literally, I didn't see anything. I didn't have any income from July 7th all the way to November 7th. Literally like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I got 10 retro checks in like one lump sum payment. So I've kind of been living off of that. I budgeted it to the T, and I'm pretty good on what they gave me till like March of next year. So I had to pay all my back bills, plus, keep everything in the current, and then pay ahead to after I did all of that, I'm good for another, 3 months? Oh my goodness. Nothing crazy happened. I mean, I've been in the house 60% of the time. I've made trips to grocery stores, to bakeries. We've gone to the retail stores like the Walmarts and the Targets and the Costco and the Home Depots and the Kohl's and things like that. The Sally's Beauty Supply, just the normal stuff. We did take a couple of trips out of town. Nothing overnight though. We visited some family and upper parts of Connecticut, and then just riding around during the summertime, just the windows down, playing music, enjoying the day. We did that a couple of times. Sometimes you go to the park, you just sit there and watch people on the beach, or close your eyes, take your shoes off, or let the wind hit you. But being careful of the bumblebees flying in and out of your car at the same time. So 2020 was kind of close to 2020. It's really not much of a difference, but the carefulness, because so much of society tried to return to normal, and now they're saying that the only people that are suffering from COVID are the non-vaccinated, and when in actuality the non-vaccinated are scared because of what the shot will do to their already jacked up immune systems. And it's not like these people are straying from their normal activity. It's not like they're going out in excess and trying to get infected. It's the people who aren't as concerned, whose health isn't in jeopardy at all, and they're just back to their normalcy, back to maskless, behavior, and they're just passing the thing on top of their vaccinated energy cells. This thing is just bouncing off of them, and it's on top of them, and they just, they're just around people, and it's just hopping from strength to the weakest thing it sees, and it attaches to them, and then these people get sick. And when the elderly start dying again, when the sick start dying, then you know that the thing isn't gone yet. It just keeps warping and turning into something else. Warping and turning. It's so scary. It's scary. I watched this a video conference yesterday with he's a writer, and he's like an economist. He's like a leading mind of the golden generation, and his name is Noam Chomsky. He had such great insight about the COVID and the economy and what's really going on, and it's just a sinister cash grab on serious. Now it's on serious fleet. It's scary. It is so scary. Like, I'm 42 years old and I'm scared. I've been locked down for 2 years, and if I wasn't already a homebody, if I already wasn't in this, my body is just conditioned to do this since, God, I always say, ever since 9/11 and everything else, I've just been at home all this time. Through my 20s and 30s, all I do was work and come home. I never did anything else. So COVID was just, it's like the social society just became what I was doing already. Like, I just didn't have a social life. I just wasn't on social media. I just wasn't out at these places. I was just work, home, with small shopping trips in the middle. And COVID didn't stop my schedule at all. It just, prevent me from straying to a place I wasn't even straying to begin with. So, I'm not bugging out about being at home. I'm not bugging out about not being able to see my friends, because just this routine I've been in since 2000 and 2001, it's just been on rotation uninterrupted. It just, it irks me when people try to change how you live in your life because they're uncomfortable. I'm like, I've been on this routine for 20 years. I mean, this thing is on autopilot. I don't know why I have to go and change it up because someone may feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's not about being uncomfortable. It's just for your safety. And we'll talk about safety all day. You don't know what it feels like when you've been cornered on your mistakes. You don't know how bad you'll react within. What scared me most, it wasn't the outside of me that was scared. Because I stood on the outside. It was what was going through me internally that scared me to be this way. It was the mental and that emotional mental check, that hood check. That thing was like, my body was like, you ever see watch a cartoon, and on the outside they look cool, but then they show them on the inside and it looked like every sense in them is bugging out of their head and their eyes are shooting 20 miles away out of their face. That's how I felt on the inside. I was like, If I can't control what's going on internally, that you can die from the inside out. The art of war by Sun Tzu is a very real thing. It is an eternal killing from the inside out. Very scary. That's what made me check myself indoors. And I can't, I mean, after a while, and not to say this to mean something else, but it doesn't, nobody gives a shit after a while. They forget about you to an extent, and then they move on. Especially if I didn't have any baggage, real baggage, like I don't have any kids or stuff like that. So it wasn't like I had to cut my bullshit out to go take my kids to school and make sure my kids had a social life. Because if you're one of those people who, if you're feeling bad, you're going to ruin the person next to you, that's a serious mental health thing. Because I'm sure, I'm not trying to, disprove somebody's situation. But if you're depressed, you tend to make the people around you depressed. And then me and accepting who I am, not that I'm a dark energy and I'm proud of it. I'm not gothic on purpose, but I have godlike tendencies. But they fluctuate very naturally. It's earth tones and it's dark when it needs to be. Like I kind of move in a certain directive and I don't stray from it. One thing I am proud of, I lotioned myself really good before I went to bed. I had to put at least 2 cups of lotion on my legs and arms together. And on my chin area. Yeah, I guess kind of dry sometimes. I don't know, I have like excessive facial hair. Not like craziness, like I can grow a beard, but it grows, like I grow a little mustache and I have beard hairs that grow on like on my chin. And I have to, I shave it every couple of days. My mom tells me not to because it keep growing back thicker. I was like, it does grow back even thicker every time. And I cut it off every single time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so, that's about it. I don't have anything else to talk about. Dentist went good. I had dinner and breakfast today. I watched a movie, played a little, what is that called? Game of Thrones Slots Casino on Facebook. There's like a couple of those I play. It's either Game of Thrones slot, Heart of Vegas, Goldfish, and House of Fun. And they used to be a jackpot party, but they shut down jackpot party. And I play those 4 in rotation during the day. If I'm not doing anything, I will sit in front of the computer and play Facebook casino slots all day. And then while I'm playing Facebook casino slots, my mom is watching YouTube casino players on YouTube. These people, they mostly out in Vegas. And there's a set of YouTubers. It's like Brian Christopher slots, there's NG slots, there's Vegas Low Roller, there's SC slots, there's Lady Luck. There's a handful of them we watch, and they play our favorite. We love when we watch them live while they're playing our favorite games, and we're like, oh, that's the game I play. And then you seeing them win or seeing them lose. Watch Peach McIntyre. Sometimes she plays slots. And we watch them and sometimes it cures that itch, to go gamble. Because we like gambling. But we're not crazy gamblers. We don't have money to run up to the casino like we want to. But, I'll take $30 or $40 and we'll go to Empire City in Yonkers, or we'll go up to a Foxwood or a Mohegan Sun. And we'll get into the groove a little bit, but once we get a certain taste of it, we're gone. Like, we don't have a full course meal at the casino day and night, day after day. We aren't rolling like that. We have a different budget about how we exist. But I love watching them. We watch them, we get so excited. We almost feel like we won the jackpot or we won $300. And it reminds me of when I, used to watch, and when I used to, into watching sports on TV. Like, when your team won, you felt like you won. And it's a really good feeling to have. But yeah, that's what I do. I love Game of Thrones. It's so crazy because the craziest thing I do when I play PC casino games, especially like a Game of Thrones